Okay, hi. Protect your brains because that conservative guy who likes to make god-awful points while eating ice cream is back, and it's not good.
Want to stop drunk drivers from killing sober drivers? Ban sober drivers. That's how gun control works.
Okay, so this guy's always wrong about everything, and if I wanted to, I could literally just make months and months of content only responding to his videos, but I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. That sounds like something that would slowly end my life. But I think I can handle responding to him once in a blue moon. And I felt like responding to this video because it's like, dude, you're always wrong, but how are you this wrong? How'd you get this one this wrong? It's impressive to me how wrong you managed to be with this one. What struck me about this particular piece from our friend that currently has around 250,000 likes is that he's got all the correct pieces. He's got it all there. It's the right metaphor. It's all right there, right in front of him, and somehow he's just drawing the completely wrong conclusion. Because that's the right metaphor to use for gun control. Like, cars are dangerous. Driving in cars is a dangerous thing. Driving in cars while intoxicated is even more dangerous. And so what we do as a society to try to mitigate some of that danger and to try to lessen the severity of the danger that cars create in our society is we make a lot of laws around cars and driving that are designed to make cars and driving more safe. People break these rules all the time, but that doesn't mean that the rules are entirely ineffective, right? Obviously, you're never going to be able to make something as dangerous as cars all the way safe, unless you just get rid of cars and replace them with bikes and, comprehensive public transportation, but that's a different conversation for a different time. But just because you can't make cars and driving 100% safe doesn't mean you shouldn't have any rules whatsoever related to trying to make them somewhat more safe. Do you get it yet? Do you get the metaphor without me having to say it? Do you get it yet? Is it sinking in yet? Of course it's not. It's not. Of course not. I'm gonna have to say it. So that's what gun control is. But conservative gun nuts think that any law that is aimed at making gun ownership and gun usage marginally more safe is effectively the same as just banning all guns entirely. And that's essentially what he's saying in this video, right? In order to stop drunk driving, you need to ban all driving. But it's actually even more stupid and wrong than that, the way that he words it. He says that in order to stop drunk driving, you need to ban sober driving, which, like, what the hell does that even mean? I'm gonna need one of the hundreds of thousands of people that like that video to explain that to me. What does that mean? Like, you're not gonna ban drunk driving? You're specifically banning sober driving? What? And, like, I get what he was trying to say. At least I'm pretty sure I get what he was trying to say. He's just really bad at talking. He's trying to say that in his worldview, any common sense gun law reform would be the same as punishing responsible gun owners for the behavior of irresponsible gun owners. So in his metaphor, you're punishing sober drivers for the behavior of drunk drivers. But that's just kind of an intensely warped view on how laws inherently work, right? We give up certain degrees of our autonomy and freedom in order to serve the safety and well-being of the greater societal group. I am not free to rob a bank without consequences. This isn't because I'm being punished for the behavior of people who have robbed banks. This is because I live in a society that has laws which exist to discourage certain antisocial behaviors. You can't have a law that says only bank robbers are not allowed to rob banks. Everyone else who's not a bank robber, don't worry, you can still rob banks. That's not how anything works. If we're going to try to make laws to make gun ownership and gun usage more safe, those laws are going to be applied unilaterally to all people who own guns. And if you are a responsible gun owner, then you should be fine with that, because those laws would exist to discourage irresponsible firearm usage, meaning that if you do not have any plans to use your firearm irresponsibly, you should never have to worry about being punished by laws regarding irresponsible firearm usage. The same way that if you never drive drunk, you should never have to worry about being punished by laws regarding drunk driving, because that's how fucking laws work. I have to just breathe it out, breathe it out. We're looking at a problem. We see a problem in society. We have a problem with gun violence and with mass shootings, and we're just saying, is there something, anything we could do at the legislative level to potentially lessen the severity of that problem? But people like this ice cream dipping goofball and the 250,000 people who liked his video say absolutely not. You're not allowed to do anything to make gun usage and gun ownership even the slightest bit more safe. We simply won't have it. Meaning that the way the analogy actually works in the real world where we currently live is, we got this major problem with car violence and people dying in car-related incidents, and people are driving recklessly and driving drunk, and a whole bunch of us who are actually concerned about this are saying, is there anything we can do, any laws we could make to potentially make driving cars more safe? And these people are saying, don't you even dare. If you even try, we'll call it tyranny, because the founding fathers said we have a God-given right to own a fucking horse and buggy. God, I hate it here.
Idiotic nonsense, spewing like a fountain overflowing, with no one knowing the difference between wrong and right. All day and all damn night, I got morons on my left